when we were getting ready for the show, we had an interesting conversation, and I learned something that I think our viewers might be interested to learn as well. You spoke about the difference between weight loss and fat loss. I actually thought they were the same. And while you're at it, also please tell us just one thing that our viewers can try, because on the Mindful Show, we want to encourage us to try something, us to learn something that will help our minds.
Yeah, so in this thing, so the particular branch of wellness which I really try to focus on is the fitness and nutrition. So that comes with that whole term metabolism, how effectively we burn calories. So if we talk about metabolism, if we look at your weight, a person's weight, there are two tissues which are really important: your fat tissue and then your skeletal muscle. So the muscle which moves your bones and that kind of thing. Now you want to make sure when you're losing weight that 90% or even more of that is fat. If you lose muscle, you want it just to be 10%. You don't want to lose more than 10% of your of your muscle. And that's something which, I mean, like, I know it's not done everywhere, but at least at our facility we are able to measure not just your weight, but your fat percentage and your muscle percentage. And why? Because, as I said, muscle is what helps you burn calories. You understand? It's what helps you burn calories. It contributes to the aesthetic look, which we talked about, which is going to make you feel more confident. You not only feel more confident because of what you see in the mirror, but you'll be stronger. Yeah. So like at Thinness, our mantra is really get lean, strong, and healthy. Not get thin. Get lean.
The difference between being thin and lean.
Yeah. So the difference between being thin. Typically, you see, we mentioned when a person subjects themselves to an excessive calorie deficit. To lose weight, yes, you need to reduce the amount of food you're eating, but not too much. So losing, if you reduce too much, so things which are going to cause that: missing meals, excessive fasting, restrictive diets, things like juicing. Things like juicing. You're going to find that you're eating too little, and we already explained how that is going to cause you to stunt in your fat loss, and then actually make you actually begin putting on fat, but you also lose muscle. So I really tell people, don't focus on weight loss. So, and that's why like the scale is deceptive, like the weighing scale. Like particularly like women with the hormonal changes which happen, women water weight can women can take on water and lose water like at weird rates, such that you checking your weight every day is actually wrong for you.
It's just
the one thing,
you out for nothing.
It stresses you out for nothing. Again, stress. Yeah. Stress is coming back in.
I also like, I'm just still marinating over that point you made about, choosing leanness over thinness, because I think we put ourselves under so much pressure to be thin, and thinness is a concept sold to us, by the media and everything, and it does not necessarily reflect the health needs of everybody. So I think I find that extremely powerful. Go ahead.
And but a thing about so I was talking about like the weighing scale thing. Like, don't focus on the figure. Why? If you're losing weight the right way, which is losing fat, you will find yourself not only losing fat, but actually maybe building some more muscle. So the analogy which I use is ice and water. So they're both water, but solid state, liquid state, primary school. Anyway, so if you put water in a glass, you fill it, and then put it in the freezer, and it freezes into ice, and it changes into ice. Look at the volume, the amount of water in the glass. It's no longer this much. It is reduced. And that's the difference between fat and muscle. Okay, I'm not saying that fat changes to muscle, but in terms of volume. So it's the same volume. So if you go volume for volume, muscle is going to weigh more than fat.
Right.
I'm not saying that 1 kilogram of muscle weighs more than 1 kilogram of fat. Right. No, volume for volume. So you find that if somebody loses fat while building muscle, the weighing scale figure may not change.
Right.
But the clothes around are going to be looser around the waist. It's always guaranteed. You understand? So I always tell people, whenever somebody comes in and they see figures are basically the same, I'm like, doctor, this thing's not working. I'm like, are the clothes fitting? And normally, as I said, when we do the measurements of the fat and muscle, it always shows. So the weight may be the same, but your muscle has increased, your fat has reduced. And I say, no, but you're losing fat and you're getting healthy.
Right.
Another thing is that like muscle actually protects us from type 2 diabetes. Muscle takes up glucose. So you want to have as much muscle as possible. It takes up glucose. You understand? And again, that diabetes is a very expensive disease. Financial stress, social stress, that is coming in. Yeah, so if you do those things which cause you to lose too many calories, long duration cardio, restrictive diets, missing meals, and that kind of thing, you find yourself losing muscle too. You look thin, you look malnourished.
Beats the whole point.
Yeah, it beats.
Because I think the whole idea is for you to look into the mirror and
exactly,
what you see, and if you don't, then you are stressed by what you see. Then it defeats the purpose.
And one thing is that actually many of these I shall talk about like the women. Well, I don't know too much about women's fashion and women celebrities, but I know a few. I know one or two. Like
disclaimer, not yet.
So like the Khloe Kardashians and the Kim Kardashians. If you look at the workouts which they do, they actually do some really good amount of strength training, resistance training. And that's how they get that look which you're looking for, but then you choose to go and deprive yourself of food. They are not doing that. When you look at those Hollywood actors, these guys have qualified fitness specialists and nutrition specialists whenever they are preparing for a movie. And that's how they get into that shape. But we choose to do the wrong thing, but want to achieve what they want, what we see on TV. Those guys actually doing the right thing.
Wow. So we also talked about the concept of rigid diets,
Yeah, so again, those restrictive diets, again, studies have shown that, there's a term called flexible dieting.
Right.
So basically, you like have a meal plan, but you know that, okay, there is, my meal plan definitely doesn't have, say, some of these unhealthy foods. But you know what? We shall be going out with friends on Friday. I want to be able to at least to have, maybe just at least dive into like a slice of maybe that chocolate cake. Just a slice maybe, dive into the chocolate cake. So basically flexible dieting is basically where, say, somebody will choose maybe that morning I'll do intermittent fasting. So that I can tolerate those carbs, which are those extra carbs I'm going to put in better. And you find that actually in the context of somebody who has been living healthy, sleeping well, exercising, eating well, that extra slice of cake is actually going to boost his metabolism.
Wow.
And you find that I've actually
you feel good.
And then make you feel good, because when you get to this thing where you everything is restrictive and what, you're actually stressed.
Yeah, because
cortisol.
You're afraid
we talked about the cortisol, exactly.
Whoa,
and that kind of thing.
It makes you tense. You're afraid, am I eating too much?
Exactly, You do not want to be in that. I mean, the fact is, you can't. It's not like land. Fitness is not like land. Unlike this mental health thing. So it's not like land which you buy and you bought it as long as you have the title. No, you can't do fitness one. Like you can't achieve your state of mental well-being and physical well-being and then you're like, it's done. No, it's a daily pursuit. So you want it to be something which is sustainable.
Right.
And that's why I'm never going to give you some random kind of thing which you're not going to be able to do on the long term. Because then I'm just eating your money I'm just eating your money. I'm actually just milking you of your money because I know, no, it's okay. Helena will do this thing for her 8 weeks.
Yeah.
She shall need to be back. She shall come back. I mean, I can make money the right way, really. Yeah, so if I'd go to that one thing which I'd want, in terms of like the foods.
Viewers,
in terms of the foods, I would tell people, okay, it's two things in one, really. 2 words, okay. I believe it's like still simple. Protein and fiber.
Protein and fiber.
Yeah.
Those are our keywords, protein and fiber.
Yeah, so protein is your animal sources. You look animal sources, plant sources. The animal sources have a little bit of a benefit that normally animal protein is protein only. The plant sources come with carbs. Yeah, it's good that many times it's also the healthy carbs, but basically your animal sources are things like your chicken. Again, I'm going to recommend that you eat the cleaner sources, the white meats and your chicken, fish, and that kind of thing. But generally, you almost never go wrong with. And then I've tried and avoid like the processed meats. Yeah, but if you can go with your chicken, fish, your goat, if you have your red meat once in a while, I'm not going to. Don't eat red meat. No. If you have it once in a while, if you have for those who are okay with the pork, if you have it once in a while, that's okay. Then your plant sources, your beans, peas, lentils, cowpeas, groundnuts, yeah, and that kind of thing. Protein, for your body to use protein, to digest it and then take it up. So protein gives you calories. The same way carbs give you calories, fat gives you calories. But the calories of protein are unique and beneficial in that for your body to use them, to digest them and take it up, it has to burn calories. So you are eating to burn calories. You're eating and you're burning calories while eating. That's the advantage of protein. It boosts your metabolism. In addition, protein helps you build muscle, which I already talked about, the many benefits of building muscle. So that's why I tell people like protein is the most important thing on your plate. If you can put one thing on your plate, protein, let it be protein. And then fiber. Fiber is very important. So if you look at the carbs, healthy, unhealthy. Healthy has more fiber. So carbs are your energy-giving foods.
Yeah, and with more. So they're energy-giving foods, upping your energy. Is there a connection also between how you feel? Because I know sometimes you just wake up and you just don't feel like doing anything, even after you've eaten.
Yeah.
So is there a connection between your energy levels?
Yes.
And eating?
Yeah, and that's something which I'll talk about in this thing of the carbs. Yeah? So your healthy has more fiber. So sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, especially if you can do the jacket potatoes.
Yes.
Pumpkin, yams, whole grain pasta, keyword is whole grain. Whole grain bread, keyword is whole grain bread. And like we're in Kampala, I know this will be viewed in many other countries, but like in Kampala, I'm not marketing anyone, but I know the real legit, if I would say, kind of whole grain bread, which I've seen really is Brood and Cafeserie. They should pay me for this.
Anyway. Brood, Cafeserie, we are coming for that check.
These other places have the whole grain bread and what, but it's, well, okay, it's a better alternative, definitely, than the white bread. But some people just color it brown and sell it as brown bread.
With food color.
That is the problem. But whole grain bread, vegetables, your cabbage, spinach, cauliflower, broccoli, all those, carrots, anything in that line. Whenever you have fruit, I say eat fruit with the fiber, with the pulp. So I say eat your sugars, don't drink them. That's another take which people can have. Eat your sugars, don't drink them. Why? Because you want the fiber. But again, I tell people you have to be careful with fruits. There's this thing that fruits are healthy. You see, anything just spoken loosely can be wrong, it can be right. Typically, when people say fruits are healthy, we're talking about vitamin C. And vitamin C, vitamin E, antioxidants, detoxing. You understand? But we need to remember that fruits have both glucose and fructose. And glucose and fructose both affect our hormone called insulin. That when that hormone is not working properly, I did a video on this, people go to our YouTube channel, they can find it. When that hormone is not functioning well, you're at risk of putting on weight, you're at risk of losing muscle, you're at risk of type 2 diabetes, financial stress, social stress, and all those coming up. You understand? Again, and even just the mental stress also you understand. Having to take all those pills every day, inject yourself, and that kind of thing. So be careful with the fruits. So that's the healthy side. Fiber. On the unhealthy side, we're talking about refined sugar. So your table sugar, your table sugar, anything from flour, from milled flour. So your chapatis, your bread, pizza, your cakes, and pizza, all that, like the milled flour. Sodas, sweets, chocolates, that kind of thing. Basically what happens is those sugars, the fiber is complex sugar, so it takes, your body has to do work to break it down. You understand? Which means your blood sugar doesn't rise very, very quickly, which is a good thing for you. It protects you from sugar crashes. The reason why you get sugar crashes when you take refined sugar is it's really simple sugar, it's absorbed quickly. So you get those sugar spikes. But the problem is, I talked about insulin. Insulin comes into curb those sugar spikes. So it comes in to reduce that blood sugar drastically, and that's how you get those sugar crashes. So typically I know what it is, the difference between, and this is something which viewers can try out, have sweet potato and beans for lunch, then have rice and beans for lunch. And tell me which one made you feel better.
Okay.
Because
so
yeah.
there's one challenge there, the sweet potatoes and beans versus rice and beans challenge, brought to you by Thinness Wellness. Yes. We'll keep you posted, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, like whenever you avoid the sugar crashes, you will feel better. You won't feel weak. You will feel energetic. You can perform better at work. You can make more money. You understand?
Right.
Yeah, so it's really linked. And even another thing about keeping satisfied, protein. Protein keeps you satisfied.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tell people, like, why not start your day with protein as opposed to starting the day with fruits? Is that notion which has gone wrong, and I don't know why. Starting the day with sugar is like the greatest mistake you can make. I've not said don't eat the fruits, just have them later.
Right.
Yeah, you understand?
Right.
Because
so that's another tip. That's another tip. Starting your day with protein as opposed to starting your day with
sugar
or with sugar,
with sugar
will definitely do more for you. It will help us with those sugar crashes. That's another thing to try.
And boosting metabolism, and boosting your ability to like burn calories. You can make yourself a 24-hour fat burning engine. And again, I'm not talking about weight loss again.
Yeah.
I really believe for health and longevity of life, because that's what we really are about. Get lean, strong, and healthy. Longevity of life. We all want to be able to burn fat in some way. Even I, who's like this lean, I want to burn fat. I don't want to lose weight, but I want to be burning fat. I want to keep toned, keep strong. Not need to have a walking stick when I'm 70, 80 years. Yeah.
Wow.
You understand that kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So protein and fiber, those are the two things which I would definitely recommend that people should take up.
Wow, Andrew, this has been an enlightening interview. Thank you so much. And to our viewers, while you contemplate your breakup with pizza, we have 3 fantastic things that we can try. The first is we're going to try to have sweet potatoes and beans as opposed to rice and beans.
Or pasta and beans.
Or pasta and beans. That combination, I don't know if that works, but
pasta, whatever.
Okay. So that's the second thing we're going to try. The other thing we are going to try is to start our day with protein as opposed to sugars.
Sugars, yeah.
I really, really like that. Also remember, how you eat determines how you feel. It is scientifically proven. Now, I told you guys Andrew is my friend. So when I was recovering, like on my recovery journey, Andrew has challenged me to start a wellness program, food and everything. And I have been putting it off because I don't like exercising. So for the sake of accountability, I am actually going to take the program on, and I promise to keep you guys updated on how that goes. So take a look at me now, because the next time you see me, I will be looking lean and what?
Strong and healthy.
Lean and strong and healthy. So I can't wait to see that new me. If you have enjoyed the show, please subscribe. If you would like to learn more about what Andrew does, we have shared his Twitter handles, everything Thinness Wellness, in our description links. We also have a newsletter that comes out every quarter called The Mindful Post. And all the people who will be on the set contribute something, but there's also more in terms of stories, information, and resources to support your wellness journey. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you next time on The Mindful Show. Eat healthy, protein first, sugars later. Yeah.